Hey guys, so let's talk about last night's episode of Sleepy Hollow. Where to begin? Where to begin? There was a lot of little things that happened in this episode that I thought were kind of cool. And then I just thought the general storyline of this episode was pretty cool. Basically, Henry was using this kind of evil coin, and you would give it to a person and they would take the evil coin, and then the coin would basically intensify your feelings. So if you had issues with somebody, all of a sudden, the coin would kind of take it to the next level. Like the killer level. So you had this guy, kill his dad. You had this woman, lose her mind at the bank. I loved the whole bit where Ichabod talked about Benedict Arnold. And we get pretty much that the coin is the reason that Benedict Arnold was a traitor. So I thought that was really cool. Let's talk about a few standout moments and things from this episode. One would be this new character that we met, Holly. So he's this guy who we get is a friend of Jenny's. He's kind of like a profiteer, as Ichabod calls him. To me, he was kind of like a cross between Indiana Jones and Han Solo. So he's got this rugged charm, but at the same time, you pretty much get that when there's money involved, he's gonna sell you out. I thought it was really cool though, because you get that Ichabod and Abby possibly have another ally. There was also this conversation that Abby and Ichabod had about Katrina. You know, you kind of got this eye roll from Abby anytime that Ichabod would mention Katrina. It's the same eye roll that I do myself. I thought the point that Abby made was so fantastic, right? Katrina is a mother, you know, kind of above all things. And so the question is, in the end, is she really going to turn on her son? Now, also on the flip side, we get the power of that connection between mother and son. And I really think, you guys, that it's possible that in the end that Henry is going to do the right thing because of his mother. So maybe Katrina is not useless after all. Now, speaking of mothers, a lot of hints were dropped in this episode about Abby and Jenny's mom. We get that Sheriff Reyes has a past with their mom. Everyone thought their mother was crazy, right? But it turns out that maybe she was kind of being haunted by demons as well. And in kind of separating herself from her daughter, she was trying to keep them safe. I definitely think we have not heard the last of that storyline, that we're going to be learning more about their mom. And who knows, maybe she'll show up eventually. I think most of the shows I watch, when somebody dies, I mean, that doesn't really mean much. Another great episode of the show, right? There was this really cool monologue at the end of the episode. I think it was Ichabod. And he was basically saying how all of the players are set and that basically it's about to go down. And it definitely feels like that. I feel like, you know, even in just the first couple of episodes of the season, we've been getting to a place where we have laid a good foundation. And I think now a whole bunch of crap is about to happen. And I can't wait for that. Okay, you guys, make sure you tell me what you thought about this episode down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.